Well, let's start in Senegal. The 8th Ministerial Conference of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation has entered its second day in the Senegalese capital, Dakar. The forum focuses on deepening China-Africa cooperation in various sectors. On its first day, Chinese President Xi Jinping addressed the forum via video link, promising to work closely with African countries. Well, let's go live now to Dakar for the very latest on the FOCAC summit. Our reporter Nick Mudimba is standing by. Nick, of course, the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation resumes today against the backdrop of President Xi Jinping's message yesterday. Tell us, what's the latest on day two?
Thank you very much, Lindy. Indeed, this is the day two of the forum right here in Dakar, Senegal. And today we're having a myriad of discussions that will be going on today. And yesterday, Xi Jinping's President of China speech gave so many people hope in Africa. Of course, the delegation here was very impressed by just how various issues affecting Africa was touched. And when you talk about security, talk about innovation, you talk about healthcare, when you talk about agriculture, all those things touched. Lindy, I must say that the delegates here are very much impressed. So today the program will be very, very straightforward. The program is all about bilateral talks and coming up with the solutions to all those things that actually President Xi Jinping mentioned yesterday. So many of these things actually, as you are aware, affecting Africa were kind of sorted out yesterday. 1 billion doses of COVID-19 vaccines leading to various African countries. And this will be a joint effort between China and Africa to make sure the COVID-19 pandemic is actually combated in the country. Something else, Lindy, security in the continent, rather, it's something that has been an issue. Various countries in Africa being affected by insurgencies, sporadic insurgencies, sporadic attacks. This is something that will also be touched here at the summit and the forum. So all in all, Lindy, there's something about good for Africa. The delegates from different African countries are very much impressed with what has been touched on here. But today, the focus will simply be the bilateral talks and coming up with solutions after the whole discussions.
And Nick, of course, you mentioned that things have certainly gotten off to a good start. Delegates very happy with Xi Jinping's speech. But tell us more what leaders there on the ground are saying to you in response to some of the key promises and pledges that have been made by President Xi Jinping in his opening address.
Sure, Lindy. At the very first of President Xi Jinping's speech, there was so much hope indeed. But at the end of the speech, there was so much assurity. And this is something that has given hope to so many Africans, especially the ministerial delegates here in Dakar, Senegal. So the speech was all about positivity towards Africa. The speech was all about giving Africa hope, something that indeed has been being waited for quite some time. When we talk about COVID-19, as I've mentioned, all these things will be sorted out, from the vaccines, 1 billion doses in Africa. Talk about agriculture, green lands, all sorted out, all in Africa. It being a food basket, of course, to the continent, agriculture will be given up that priority. Person-to-person cultural relationship, this will actually be given a priority. So many things, and I can for sure tell you that indeed those at the forum here in Dakar, Senegal are very happy to have had so many issues that are being tackled towards just for the betterment of Africa as a continent, and of course just to make sure Africa grows as a unit. This is something that indeed, Lindy, I must mention, I talked to some of the delegates here from different countries, from Chad, from Burkina Faso, all saying that indeed this is a wake of a new journey for Africa, because when 2 countries, 4 countries, 52 countries put their heads together, the impact will be immense. And the impact simply means that it's for the good of the continent, and of course for the good of everyone residing in the continent of Africa.
Indeed. Well, Nick, the Chinese foreign minister is also meeting his African counterparts as part of the FOCAC meetings. What more can you tell us about that? Yeah,
sure. Today's meeting will focus on now the decisions moving forward. Before now, of course, the next event date and the year will be announced. But today's meeting are the solutions. When you talk about solutions, that what was touched on yesterday by President Xi Jinping will now be cemented here and finding ways on how this can actually be implemented. So today is a very, very short event and precise. There'll also be a press conference at the end just to announce what has been deliberated, to announce when the next forum will be. And this, as I mentioned earlier, will be done in less than an hour because there's so much going on around, so many delegates going back to their countries. But today, the meeting will come to a close with one theme. The theme, of course, of the forum is to strengthen bilateral ties and deepen relationship with Africa. And this is something that will conclude as a forum.